Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun, definitely one of my favorites, and honestly, it is my favorite comedy now, definitely by far. And the only thing is, my favorite genre when it comes to anime, it's romantic comedy. That's my favorite. I love it. I love that genre. And if only they added a little bit more romance to this series, it would become one of my favorites easily, because the comedy's there. It's always been there since episode 1. The interactions, the dialogue, the characters, it's there. And honestly, the second half of this was my favorite part. The first half was funny too. It was really funny, but it wasn't as intriguing as the second half. In the first half, we can introduce these characters to Maeno, Ken, and Miyako. Alright, these three characters, I think they're supporting characters. We're not going to see much of them since in the opening they get a little bit of screen time. So I'm guessing we're not going to see as much of them. But, when they're there, they're fucking hilarious. Ken, nothing stands out about him. He's just there. He's just Nozaki-kun's editor. And he just gives it to him straight. But the comedy comes when Nozaki thinks of him as this old great editor that he respects, and he respects him back. But in reality, he doesn't really give two shits about him. He's just there because he writes good manga. That's pretty much it. But Nozaki-kun looks up to him as a god. And the thing is, he talks about his past experience with the other editors he had, and one of them was Maeno. Now Maeno, alright, he is out of this world crazy. Alright, he's random, he's oblivious, and he's also freaking conceited with himself. He thinks he's this old great person. He knows everything. He's the hottest person around. That's what he thinks. And we get shown that throughout the first skip, because at first we see that Maeno keeps on saying, I thought of that, didn't I? Come on, I thought of that. Taking Nozaki's ideas. And in the end, he kind of ended up not having him as his editor. That's when he came across Ken. But we also get to see this other girl, Miyaki, who's now his current editor. So now she's okay with that. That's what's weird about that. She's actually not affected by anything about that. Because I don't know if she's either a klutz or she just ignores the fact. Because Miyano's that kind of person that takes everyone's ideas. Not intentional, but accidentally. And he has this weird obsession with Donagis, which was very, very cute, but weird at the same time. And Sakura's expression to that was hilarious also. But yeah, the first half was hilarious. The second half was what, for me, won the episode completely and made me pick this one over Barakama. Because, alright, first of all, I knew Nozaki-kun wasn't sane. But after this episode now, I'm convinced he is definitely part of this group of crazy ass characters. Definitely part of it. Because, in his head he thought, alright, how can I feel what Mariko, whatever that manga character is called, how can I feel what she feels? And he decides, I know, I'll just pretend to be her. Creepy, right? And then he does that. He makes everybody's lunch. And trying to feel what she would feel. Trying to experience the emotion she should feel for Suzuki. Long story short, the funny scene came when he was carrying Kashima across the school on that dolly. Yeah. Kashima's face was priceless. She didn't know what was going on. He thought by doing that, Nozaki would make rivals against the girls, so he would be able to feel what Mariko would feel. But in the end, nothing happened, because in the end he found out, why am I not feeling this? Why am I? Why aren't I? That's right. She's not Suzuki. I'm only for Suzuki. And then he ends up stopping the dolly and she crashes to a bush. But yeah, man, this episode was hilarious. It really was. And the scene that made me laugh the most, it wasn't a big part of the scene. It wasn't a big part of the story. It was just random, but it fits the characters perfectly. It really does. And that was when Hiro was actually kind of comforting Kashima, because Kashima was crying, acting like, what the heck just happened? Did I get dumped? Why was Nozaki treating me like that? And then in the end, Hiro, I thought they were going to have a romantic moment. I really thought for a second, there's romance. There's actually fucking romance. Because Hiro picked up Kashima's see, I could carry you. I don't know why he was complaining. And then for a second there, they kind of, I think they blushed. But they fucking didn't. But Kashima looked around, she turned back, and then Hiro remembered, oh, she's a girl, I can't be doing this. And then fucking Kashima's like, I could pick you up too. Making it into a competition. Fucking Kashima, she would do that. And for a second they were like, shame on me for thinking there was romance on this. Shame on me, it was only my fault that I got sad at that part. But you know what, it's funny as fuck. And I hope it just keeps on getting funnier. And I just wish there was a little bit more romance. I love the romance, but oh, I don't care. and I do not care. Hilarious series, guys. If you have not checked this out and you want a comedy, hilarious series, this is the series for you. Check it out. Thanks again, guys. Take care. Be safe. All anime all the time. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys want to.